Can I help you?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are here once again.
Mike instantly.
Thank you, Mike.
Useful jobs.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are here once again for the Lost Kings of Adoris. We're down 2 members this evening, and Paul will be remoting in. Hello, Paul. Can you hear us?
Hola.
There he is. He's in. Yeah, so we're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then I'll do a recap from 3 weeks ago, and we'll pick it up.
I'm John, and I play Marcus.
I'm Sarah, and I play Dandelion.
I'm Paul, and I play Rin.
That's not Autumn. That's not Mike. I'm not Lawrence. And I play Shay.
And I'm Don, the DM for this campaign. The last episode we had, Beneath the Streets, Shay went and did some stuff in the night market and asked a couple of questions of some people there. You guys rented some books and are told that they're able to be rented for 1 week's time.
Can I get the librarian voice again?
Can I help you?
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not evil. And then he coughed, and he never spoke like that again, because he was just, had a rented in quotes for Paul. Said they can be rented for a week's time, but also if they don't return them, they'll just recopy them anyway, because people volunteer their time. So it is what it is. Everybody looks around and does some stuff. You guys reconvene in the tavern. You talk about what you learned from Eladril, as well as what Shay found in the Thieves Guild. You're joined later by Captain Emmerich and Benjamin. Benjamin has a letter from his mother, hands it to Marcus. Marcus reads it, and it seems very impersonal, as well being signed in her full name and addressed to Benjamin, not Benny, which he tells you that she calls him. Everybody looks at the letter, and then Marcus inspects it further and realizes there's a hidden message in the letter, with each line having one word further in each time. The message is, I need help, father taken away, heard shadowed thorns mentioned, run. Marcus mentions this to Benjamin, and he says, well, I didn't know there was a message in it, and asks who the shadowed thorns are. You guys tell him that Jondar is or was associated with them through Fivril Blackflower, and Benjamin tells them that great, they're dealing with Jondar, so problem solves. It's gonna work. It's gonna work itself out.
Easy.
Case closed.
Yes, case closed. Poggers
No
in the
action
chat.
needed.
He's a paladin. He's immune to problems. Captain
That's not
Emmerich's
what we're
like,
calling them.
yeah. Captain Emmerich's like, hey, Benny, you want to go get some water again? Because we're really thirsty. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. He leaves, and Marcus is like,
You sure about this?
You sure about this? And Captain Emmerich's like, yeah, I believe that he can. He needs to be humbled in this fight, that he's showing off because he feels a kinship with the party, and that all that you guys have accomplished is impressive, and he wants to be on your level. He's playing up his skills and accomplishments and trying to seem cool. And Emmerich says, if you don't want him to go, I can send him with the invasion force. You guys vote and agree that Benjamin should go with you, some willingly, some reluctantly, since Benjamin already knows so much anyway. So he's going at this point. Benjamin comes back downstairs, and you guys notice that he's a slight remnant of tears in his eyes, and he smiles at you all and says, the waters, as requested. He's standing there holding the tray, walks over and sets it down in front of you and passes him out. Now, where were we?
Yes. Making sure that we have a good plan for our efforts to stop Jondar, and just getting some additional lay of the land from Captain Emmerich.
Of course. Right.
Trying to make sure that we all know that we will have a part to play in how he is handled.
That makes sense.
And that you will be of great assistance to us in this matter.
Well, I hope to,
Paladin.
Paladin, wield my blade with ease. Hi, there's a cat here. Hello, small beast.
I'm a paladin.
Paladin. Never heard of them? Can heal all manner of things. Got a shield.
Which small beast is it?
Huh?
Which small beast is it?
Midna.
Okay.
Still, yeah. But yeah, if anybody gets hurt, I can, heal them. Paladin.
Yes.
Well, it'll be great.
Your services and support will be greatly appreciated, and I'm sure Greymore and all of Fjordan afterwards can continue to sing songs in celebration.
Oh, songs would be nice.
Yes.
Don't think I've ever had a song. There's the cat is singing. Can't say that I've had people sing for me specifically. Other than there was that big parade, but there wasn't really any singing.
Perhaps next time there's a parade, they will sing for you.
You should get some singers.
Tales of your...
I can make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good idea. Something to look forward to after everything is settled.
Yes, when the work is done, the beast is slain.
Not the cat.
No. The larger, monstrous beast at the
Man.
head of the city.
Man.
Well, he's sort of a beast. He's a man, but
Man
you know.
beast.
Yes, of course, a
Beast.
beastly man.
Do you
Horrible.
think he's a beast?
I don't think he's literally a beast, but it's a one of those things that people say.
He knows
An
magic.
idiom?
Did you call me an idiot, sir?
No, an idiom.
Yes, of course. Idiom.
Yes. You're a well-educated paladin.
Yes, of
You know
course.
many idioms of the
I
land.
went to night school. Very familiar with many.
Is that night with a K? Or without a K?
It's both, actually.
Well, the thought of this, you're going to like continuing education classes. Teach me to read, please.
He's got to get his GED.
I have these letters from my mother. I think. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But yes, I'm sure that will be great. We have several evenings, right, to prepare and get our plan together, and
Yes.
you guys have some things to accomplish beforehand.
Yes, I'm sure you can be of assistance with Captain Emmerich with ensuring that those willing to fight on the side of justice and righteousness are prepared to do so at the right time.
Oh, absolutely. I'll keep them in line and get everything together.
Thank you.
Of course. Always happy to be of service and
I'll just
play my
look
part.
over the table at Captain Emmerich and just smile and kind of wink at him as casually as I can.
yeah, and he just kind of closes his eyes and just nods at you.
Yes.
It's I'm not going to use the word wonderful. This is a terrible and dangerous thing that we're doing, but the outcome, I suppose, will be wonderful.
Yes, it will be for the good of the people of Fjordan and Greymore and Homeland.
Yes,
Peace can finally, hopefully, return one day to this people.
I certainly hope so. They do deserve it after such a time.
Yes. Thank you once again, Benjamin, for bringing this letter. I'm very sorry of the ill news that it bears.
Oh, it's all right. I'm sure my mother is fine, and like I said, we're dealing with the snakely beast, and it'll all be fine.
The
Yes.
snake.
Yes. Kind of a snake, sure. It's
We'll have to fight a snake then.
It's another one of those idioms. You cut the head off, and the body can't wiggle anymore.
Is that how it goes?
I think I've heard that one.
I'm fairly certain I read
Fjordan's famous saying. Cut
Yes.
off the head and it can't wiggle
that.
anymore.
Exactly. Yes.
Put that on a card.
Mhm. Or a shield.
Oh, that would be good.
Those would sell very well, I'm sure.
Yes, I should write that on the inside of my shield. I can
Read it.
read it.
You can read.
Yes, I can. Oh my
good.
God, Jesus Christ, Vulpix! Thank you for the $100.
goodness.
Jesus,
Thank you.
Thank you, Vulpix.
good Lord, thank you so much. Genuinely, much appreciated.
Yep.
You have
Merry
funded us
fucking
for the month.
Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas. And Siren for the resub as well with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. 51 months. Can we get some hypes in the chat for Vulpix and Siren, please? Genuinely, thank you so much, Vulpix. We appreciate it immensely, genuinely. Yeah, I could write it on the inside of my my shield. Call it a shieldium.
I was going to say a component of greatness.
I think I like shieldium personally.
It's fine,
Yeah,
it's your
shielding's
brand.
better, for sure.
Thank you, Master Red.
Man! Man!
You,
Thanks, human. Man.
human man. Thank you.
Anytime.
Yes, Master Rin, much appreciated. I'd better get some rest at some point.
Yes, it's getting quite late. Thank you.
Gotta sleep. Can't not sleep for days. That'd be a problem.
Yes, it's a terrible circumstance to be in.
Yes, of course. And even a paladin such as myself, a holy man, does need to sleep from time to time and tend to the needs of the flesh. I'm a healer.
Oh, I thought that was another shieldium. Tend to the needs of the flesh.
No.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it not a shieldium?
Not in this instance. There might be one, and we could write that on there. That could be good.
13.
I think it'd be a fleshium, right?
Oh,
I do like that's a good one. I like fleshium. Perhaps if we just come up with some sort of some weapon made of meat and flesh, that could be a fleshium, perhaps.
well,
And we come up with the
Like a meat sword.
yeah, and then we come out with the smaller version of that. It can be the fleshlight.
yes.
Perfect.
Oh,
Would be good for tending to the needs of the flesh.
With your insight check, it's because of the way that his speech pattern is, it's kind of difficult to tell whether or not he's bullshitting you or not, because it always sounds like he's bullshitting you. Pretty much everything that he says.
I look
Do
forward
we
to
have-
seeing your prototype of this meat sword and then fleshlight.
Yes, I'll have to work on that.
Do we have food in front of us at this point?
Yes, you do.
Is it soup?
Yes,
Is there like chunks of meat in the soup?
yes, and potatoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out one of the chunks of meat and I'm gonna pull out my sling and just shoot him with the
Where are you aiming to shoot him? Like,
just like
Right in the eye.
sure. Oh! Yeah, you like hear it rocket through the air and ping off of his armor. Under attack. Oh, it was you. I barely saw you over there. When did you get here?
She's been sat next to me for this entire evening.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were so small. I thought you had left at some point. I know you were here, and then I went to get waters, and I came back, and we were talking about things. I had things in my eyes, and I'm very sorry. I didn't.
I'm reaching back into the bowl.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Grabbing another piece of meat
Yep.
and loading it.
Do you have a name for this?
Pew.
Meat shop.
Meatables.
Meatable.
That's what you wanted, right?
Yes, that's that is a meat weapon.
Trebu meat.
Trebu meat is good. Trebu meat is good. It's a bit small for a trebuchet though.
What are you going to do with all of this meat-based warfare?
Perhaps it could be. Well, the weapons could be used, and then the meat products could be fed to people that need food, solving two problems at once.
Hungry?
You beat the meat, and then you serve it.
Yes. That is exactly the way it is done.
Yes.
Particularly
This
in that order.
conversation. This man's scaring me.
Uh-huh. Same.
Anyway, I'm off to bed.
You go home and work on those prototypes.
I will. Dandelion, thank you for the inspiration.
Make sure she's credited.
This is my idea.
Yes.
TM.
TM. What's TM mean?
The Marcus?
No, Trebu meat.
Oh, sure. All right.
This
Understandable.
entire time, that's what we've been saying.
Yes.
That's ours. TM.
The Paladins, good night to you all.
You as well. Paladin, good night.
Good night.
He walks off and walks up the stairs, and Captain Emmerich just like puts his face in his hands for a little bit and pushes his hair back.
Dandelion, I'll expect 10%.
Of what?
The profits. From that horrible weapon you just designed.
This is a sling.
No, never mind.
I put soup in it.
I just sip on my soup.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Apologize for. It had gotten worse when he went upstairs and came back.
Yes, he seemed, I suppose one could call it in a sense of despair. distraught over potentially the worry of his mother, and
Yes.
everyone projects differently when sad.
Yes, I don't think he wishes to show it, but I do believe that he cares. And it clearly upset him to find out how much I'm sure he's missed in these letters from his mother.
Yes.
Does he have other letters?
Honestly, I'm not sure if he could find them. It took him an hour to find this one. I waited outside, and I suppose he could have been doing something else.
He doesn't seem like the most put together man.
Not really.
Quick to forget. Which ideally in these circumstances will be best and make it all the more likely that he is able to keep quiet about the plans.
Yes, he, as I said, will not remember almost any of it.
Good.
We will have to tell him the plan the day of. The chances of him spilling to anyone are extremely low.
Good.
And I will keep an eye on him.
Thank you.
Preparing for this.
Thank you.
Yes. You said that you needed to run some errands and asked me to watch Marcus for a bit, yes? Make sure that he gets some rest.
I am quite tired.
It would be for the best.
All right. I can stand watch until you return, whenever that is.
All right. Very well.
By all
Make sure
means,
nobody
finish your
comes in.
food. All right. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on him.
Thank you.
He's very tired.
Of course.
I am.
Needs to sleep.
I do. Well, good luck, all of you. I hope that you find some helpful information at the night market. Crack off a big chunk of bread for myself, and dip it in the stew. And nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yep, I'm gonna take that and start heading up towards my good old sleepy chamber,
Very good.
because I am genuinely exhausted. I'm gonna go.
Marcus, before you go, you still have the cloak I lent you the other day.
Oh yes, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Big one.
I'll trade you cloaks.
Certainly. Thank you.
Very good. Enjoy your rest, Marcus.
Thank you. Thank you for assisting her. I would love to go, but I feel as though I could be a hindrance, and that is not my goal.
You're also very tired, and then you might get recognized.
Also that, I am a wanted criminal in this city, so I'm going to go to bed. Sleep away my crimes.
Is it the same day that I put all
I'll dream of
the
innocence.
Suppose there's
makeup
only one
junk
way
in
to
your
find
hair?
out.
Yes.
So you still have all of that in your hair, I'm assuming.
All of what?
The makeup.
The makeup and...
Oh, yeah. I have not bathed in days. Are there baths?
Bathhouses.
Bathhouses.
Yeah,
Damn
not
it.
here.
Yep, well, looks like the makeup's staying in my hair, so...
It's
We
probably
could
like a
make
washing bowl or like a...
Sure, yeah. If they have like a larger basin or something
there's
like that, I would,
like a basin.
go wash my face and try to...
Or we go to the bathhouse.
No, I'm a wanted criminal.
Not after you sleep it off.
Yeah, not after I sleep it off. Tomorrow, good as new.
The
No
crime
problem.
stack falls off.
Yep. I will head over towards my washroom and then to my sleeping chambers.
Very good. Yeah, I'll handle the night market stuff first, then I will circle back to night Marcus.
Good night, Marcus, to you all.
Even fewer people at the table.
Right?
It's just you sitting in a room reciting Goodnight Moon.
It's writing on the chalkboard. I will not commit crimes. Yeah, Captain Emmerich walks and sits in front of Marcus's room to guard, and the three of you are sitting at the table.
Shall we go see if
does-
we can find this night market?
Sure thing. Does the cloak that you just put on, does it have Marcus's blood all over it?
Maybe.
Do you want me to clean that?
You gave it to him after we went and got him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
It was
for
definitely
sure.
bloody.
Yep, absolutely.
Can you?
I'll cast prestidigitation a couple times, clean it up.
Yeah, you clean the cloak up.
Thank you.
Of course. We got rid of the smell.
That's probably for the best. Are you two done eating?
Mm-hmm.
Shall we head out? You should probably,
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
at least until we get to the sewers again.
That's how we get there, right? Through the sewers?
Yes, there is a path through the sewers.
That's one of the ones that you read.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Very good.
All right.
You
Let's
guys head
do it.
to the
Dandelion in the cloak.
mm-hmm.
Is there like a
More in the
pocket I
black
can sit in?
cloak that we got.
hood
Oh
up.
yeah. There's pockets on the
Yep.
inside of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're heading back to the theater district.
Yep.
Again?
To the same sewer entrance.
Sure.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah, you guys make your way through. It's probably about 9 p.m. at this point. The theater district is bustling. The market itself has mostly closed down for the evening, all the shops and things. There's a couple stands open selling, mostly like street food type stuff to, drunk passersby and things of that nature, but there's not really any like big shops open at this point in the evening. In terms of the market, there's obviously things open on separate streets and things. And you guys make your way into the theater district. You can hear the sounds of the carnival going on this evening, performing as they had followed you to Greymore a few days after you arrived. You can see some street performers around, and you dip your way into the familiar alley that you guys had gone into before and wait for, a carriage to pass by until the alley that you were in behind these few buildings kind of silences, and you reach down and pull open this sewer grate and descend down into the familiar, slight, damp darkness of the sewer.
Is it just the three of us, or are Mr. Pigeon and Twig with
Mr.
us?
Pigeon and Twig are with you,
Okay.
silently.
The usual.
The usual, yeah.
And I would get a lantern out for those of us that are visually impaired, Ren, and lead them on the path that I know leads to ye old Thieves Guild.
Yeah. So you guys make your way
Do
back.
you say it with contempt? Because if you do, I'm gonna cast light on your head.
I'm
Your
not saying. I'm
forehead,
not
like a
saying. I
little-
was telling the DM that I was.
Okay, good.
So you guys make your way down this larger sewer to the ring of several offshoots to the different districts of the city, and you make your way down the one labeled Fakements. And about halfway, roughly the length of the sewer pipe, you come to, on the right side, hidden in the darkness between two of the like moonbeams coming through the areas where the sewer grates are above. You can see that there is, cut out of the stone, covered by a fairly tattered red curtain, a tunnel that leads out of the sewer into some sort of a cave system that seems to be hewn out and carved into this tunnel.
You think that's the way?
Is this the way? This is the way. Yes. This is the way.
The Mandalorian comes out and goes nuts.
This is the way.
So you guys make your way down this tunnel, one person wide, and you find that the stone turns to wood after about 50 feet, 100 feet, as it kind of winds around, and then there is a straight wooden tunnel that leads to 3 steps down, and then a large dark oak door that is currently closed.
Do you think we have to knock?
Yes. It said knock above the door.
It did,
right?
that's right. Yes, it said
And
knock
I'll
above
point
the door.
out.
Does it say it in common?
In common, yes.
I will knock on the door.
Very good. 1 second to go back through. So you knock on the door a few times, and in the door, a panel slides open, and you see two eyes staring back at you that kind of look you once over. Business.
Here for the night market.
The thing slides closed, and the door opens up, and a large half-orc stands aside and pushes his hands forward. You recognize this as Throg, who steps aside and beckons his hand out. And as you step into the space, you can see that this is also carved out of wood. There's a staircase over to the left that descends down, as well as a straight-along tunnel that opens up into a much larger space. And the half-orc points you in the direction of the staircase.
And this is where I would expect him to be directing us if we said we're going to the night market.
Yep. Yeah, because you remember there was a second entrance.
Yep. I'm gonna pull out and pass him 5 gold. Much obliged, friend.
Much appreciated. You're very tiny. What are you?
What do you mean?
You're small and flying.
Yeah.
Like a big bug.
I don't think I'm a bug. Am I a bug? Maybe I am. I don't think so.
I don't think you're a bug.
I've met a lot of bugs, and I don't think I'm any of those.
Never seen anything like you.
Did we have a Thieves Handshake? I think we got it from the boys.
Let's see. Handshake zone.
And I think you sent it.
Thieves Guild grasps forearms and lock like a door. What does that mean? Like this, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He reaches out and, grabs your wrist with 2 fingers.
And I'll...
All right. Clearly you've been here before. I must not remember.
You'd think you'd remember.
You would think.
Well, shall we?
Let's go.
Down the stairs. As far as it goes.
How big did you say this guy
Thank you
is?
again.
He's about 6'5".
Half-orc, you said?
Alright.
Half-orc, really muscular.
Great.
Yep.
Like some sort of bouncer.
Walk past him silently.
Yep.
To the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys make your way to the left-hand side and down this set of stairs that are 2 wide, and you follow it down about 50 feet down, maybe 60 feet down, as it heads one direction, turns, goes back the other direction a few times, snaking back and forth into the dark. If you guys would like to talk about anything on your descent down before you get to the night market, that's fine. If not, I'll just bring you in.
These are really long stairs.
Yes, it's quite far underground.
We were already underground. Now we're going even further underground. It's pretty far.
It's a cavern at the bottom.
Have you been here?
During the day.
So not the night market.
Not much going on. Yes, more of a day empty stall cavern.
I guess there's no day market.
Not the same ring to it, really.
Yeah.
Keep trucking.
Very good. Yeah, you guys make your way down and you walk through a straightaway tunnel that cascades about 30 feet before opening up through yet another curtain, this one much less tattered than the one upstairs in the sewer. This is a fairly nice, velvety red set of double curtains with gold trim. And you push your way through and you are greeted, you're immediately grated like cheese. You are greeted with the sight of immediately above you, large wooden, almost scaffolding, directly above you with things above, and about 15 to 20 feet forward, it descends down into a large open area that is about 100 feet in each direction. The ceilings are about 40 feet high. You are in essentially a cave at this point. There's no wood to be seen other than this scaffolding that seems to be built up. And as you walk out into it, you see that there are stalls lining around the outside of this market, along with inside of this descended area. And you can see that this wooden scaffolding extends around the full perimeter of the room with smaller, almost tavern-looking buildings on top of them, with the windows blacked out with likely ash or soot or something, so that way you cannot see inside.
Are they carved into the wall, or is the scaffolding just big enough to?
The scaffolding's just big enough to hold them. They are on top of this, kind of like a dock, essentially, just built up.
This place is pretty big.
Indeed.
Are there stalactites and stalagmites?
Yeah, small ones. You can see that a lot of the bigger ones have been hewn off for safety reasons, but there are smaller ones that are still above. You can see that some have descended all the way down and connected with ones from the bottom to make almost pillars, pseudo-pillars in areas of the room, but a lot of them have been hewn off.
How's the bustle in here?
It's bustling. It's fairly bustling at this point, respectfully. Bustling.
What's the percentage of bustle?
Let's see.
You can get a bustle percentage.
It's only 2% bustle.
So really not bustling at all.
No,
More bustling than when I was here earlier.
Yeah. No, there's a fair bit of people. You can see most of the people in here look like fairly common folk, maybe a little bit wealthier than most of the people that you guys have seen for the most part, but behind these stalls there is a whole slew of other races, not just humans. There are dwarves and elves and drow and all kinds of seven races behind these dwarves, things of that nature that you have not really seen too much of in Greymore, but they seem
tieflings?
To be there is a tiefling, yes.
Where?
Is it evident where the Iron Crown is posted up?
Yeah. So the tiefling is on the far side along the wall. You can see that there is a stall set up that this tiefling has set up. And along the back perimeter, when you walk in immediately to the left, the back, you can see is a long wooden table that extends from one side to the other, full 100 feet, piled high with various items and things behind this, that there is a line of people surrounding, talking to several drow that are behind this, and there is a large sign that says the Iron Crown.
Think that we should check over there and see if anybody's seen your missing item.
That's where we were told to check, so probably they might have found it, or
maybe they've seen it or sold it or something of the like. Shall we?
Yeah.
Head in that direction.
Very good. 1 second.
Flitter on over.
Are you coming, Ren?
Yes, sorry.
She's just been chilling on this chair since I put her up here.
Is she still over there?
Uh-huh.
She's playing Mr. Pigeon.
Just as quiet.
Yeah. No. I wish we could see her on camera.
She's tucked under.
Can't find my map. Ah, there we go. Okay. So you make your way over towards this back table. Ren, I'll tell you that you're passing the tiefling on the way if you wanted to stop at that stall before getting to the Iron Crown.
No, I just want to make note of the tiefling's appearance and, I guess the position of the stall.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, off to the left hand. When you're walking in that entrance, it's to the left along the back wall.
Can we see what the tiefling is selling on the way over?
Yeah, you can see
As
that
we walk past.
as you walk past, you can see that there are fairly small, intricately carved daggers.
Okay.
Looks like mostly for like concealing.
Okay.
Assassination style stuff.
How small are we talking?
Mostly things that you like wrap between your fingers so you have just the blade.
Oh,
There's
so
not...
it's like the...
Yeah, there's various sizes. I mean,
So,
there's
the correct size for dandelion?
yeah. For dandelion, it's a long sword, but for everybody else, it's a little.
That
I know. But there are larger, like machete style ones as well. Most of them are heavily concentrated on daggers, but you can see that there is a wooden kind of like cross hatch patterned wall behind this tiefling that's leaning up against the stone. Or not the stone, leaning up against the wooden scaffolding that has larger, like machete-style swords along the back wall.
Sure.
And in the front are all of the smaller daggers. Looks to be of various sizes, various metals, and things like that. Some of them have like gems inlaid into the hilt. Not too many of those. They're mostly functional and less flashy, but there are a couple,
Sure.
like tourist trap daggers for people that are, that want something specific.
Sure. I'm going to stick with Dandelion on what she's looking for, but I will make a mental note to return to the dagger store.
Very good. So you guys make your way back to the large iron crown set of tables that lines this back wall, and you can see that behind them is just a large pile of things that expand, not piled up, spread out so that way they can see what's there, but essentially on a separate table behind them, encompassing the entire 100 feet. And you can see that there are people standing in front of these tables asking them for things as they turn and run and grab things from them and bring them back and kind of show the people what these things are. And you wait a minute or two in line behind somebody before walking up. And you see that in front of you there is a very thin drow elven man, hair pulled back in a ponytail, with a scar across his cheek, descending towards his mouth and stopping just before it, dressed in a like deep purple vest with a white shirt underneath and golden cufflinks.
How may I help you this evening?
How does this work? Do we spot something and ask you to bring it forward, or do you know your inventory?
We fairly know our inventory, but as you can see, there are a lot of things. I can always search for something. What is it you're looking for?
Hand mirror. You have anything like that?
Magical or non-magical?
Really pretty.
If you have something magical, I'd be interested in seeing that, but...
Yes, we do have a few magical mirrors of things like that. We don't really specialize in things that are not magic.
Well then, magical it is.
Why did you ask?
Well, I didn't want you to waste your time.
Turn us away if he
Nor mine.
thought we were looking for things that they would not have.
Describe for me this mirror. Any particular mirror or just a magic mirror?
How many do you have?
We have a few, but there are various functions that they serve. Do you know what this mirror does that you're looking for, or are you simply looking for magic mirrors? For a gift, personal use?
Mostly a gift. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, we'd like to see as many as you're able to put your hands on.
Understood. Let me see what we have.
He turns, claps his feet together, and walks rather
Brusquely?
justified with purpose over to this and begins sorting through several of the items. And you see him grab two and walk back over. And he, in front of you, unlatches. From the side of him, there is a rolled up scroll of leather that he unlatches two little things and spreads it out in front of him as it hits this wooden top with a thump. And he sets... Hi, Pippin. Hi, bud. You made it in here, too?
He's loud.
Yeah, he is.
Hits this wooden top with a thump, and he's like, a cat!
There's a cat under here.
and he sets out these two mirrors that he sets in front of himself and then swivels towards you, one face down, one face up, that look to be fairly identical. You can see that they are fairly sizable, that's about how big the mirror itself is, along with a stem that descends off of it. The pattern on the back of it is like interweaving of vines with a large blue crystal at the center on the back of this that's kind of raised up at the center of a flower.
These mirrors can be used to communicate across long distances. That is their primary purpose.
The two of them together.
Yes, one has one, the other has the other. They are able to communicate, as is the case with many magic mirrors. They often have
Do you
a
know the
pair.
limitation?
In what sense? Distance?
Distance. And use.
I don't believe they... let me check my logs.
Just let me check the sending spell.
Yes.
It's a party now.
Got a biscuit man here.
There is no range on these. They can go across any distance, but it only works with the person who has the other mirror. You can't speak with a random person. They only work as the pair.
Those are pretty cool.
Interesting indeed.
Just curiosity, what's the price?
The price on these is 300 gold.
For the pair.
For the pair, yes, not per mirror.
Check the old coffers. All right. Any other mirrors?
Yes, of course, these do not interest you for a gift.
No.
Let me see what
Not
else
quite
I
what
have.
we're looking for.
Give me a moment.
I don't
He
want to tell him too much.
picks them up and turns and walks back towards the pile,
We'll be
setting
careful.
them down.
If you see what you're looking for, just tap me on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He turns and walks back towards you with a single mirror that he sets in front of you and spins towards you, showing it to you and then flipping it over. And you can see that this one is similar to how the chair in Game of Thrones is made up of a bunch of swords. This looks like it has been... it's metal, but there are like bones carved into the back of it. And at the center is a white flower with a purple gem. He flips it back over and kind of rubs his finger along the front portion of the mirror.
This mirror allows you to see a visage of someone that you have lost. Sort of a sight beyond death. Not ability to communicate,
Just
but...
a visage.
Yes.
It's a little spooky.
And sort of macabre for a gift.
Well, it depends if the person you're gifting has lost someone dear. The sight of a loved one is very powerful indeed in the right hands.
It's true enough. And this one's cost?
This one is 150 gold. Sorry, 100 gold.
Do you mind if I test it?
Of course. Feel free to sample the merchandise, but please do be careful.
All right, I'll pick up the mirror.
Yeah. You pick up this mirror and you see the surface ripple slightly and you see the visage of your father come into view. A little bit older and grayer than from your dream that you had of seeing him. This looking very similar to... He looked very similar to how you are now in that vision. If you were to age yourself further, another 30 years or so, 25 years or so, that's pretty much what he looks like. He looks like you, has a bit of a gray beard, and his hair is kind of speckled with gray and white spots. But he looks happy. He is smiling and doesn't give any sort of like flicker of recognition at you, because this is just a vision of someone that you have lost, but it is definitively your father.
Can we see
I
it?
guess I'll look up at him and ask, is it supposed to show the age that they died?
Yes, it shows them at the age that they would have passed on. Yes, the spirit of a person leaves an imprint on this plane. When they leave it, that image begins to smudge and fade away as the spirit moves on. This captures the essence of it when their spirit was strong, so generally slightly before whatever caused their death has happened. Before the candle was snuffed out, as it were.
Are we able to see what he's seeing?
Yeah, you looking at the mirror do not see
Anything.
Yeah, you see
From
just
this angle.
from
We're
that
not
angle.
looking straight
Correct.
into it. If I reposition more straight on to like this instead of like that.
Yeah, so you kind of like peek over his shoulder, and you do not see that. Give me a second to consider. I'm gonna message you what you see.
Okay.
Falling asleep.
Thought that might be the case.
Yeah.
Too cozy over there.
Yeah. I got a blanket. I got a cat. Ready for bed. Just sitting here. Just purring.
Interesting. Yeah, I would I'd look and then I would just like kind of move away from it.
Sure.
Are there any others?
Yes, I suppose. Are you done with that, sir? Did you wish to purchase?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm finished with it.
Oh, all right.
I'll hand
Thank
it
you.
back.
Yeah, and he puts it in his hand gingerly and turns and walks off back towards the pile.
Does he look at it at all
The
while
man?
he's walking back?
No.
Soulless son of a bitch.
Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Yeah, so he walks over with a much smaller hand mirror this time, about half the size of the other ones, made entirely of brass, almost looking like the outline is of like brass wiring where there's little like baubles where they were fused at the corners where the glass was inserted. And flipping it over, it is a fairly common brass mirror with just an eye carved into the back of it, along with some runes.
This is the Mirror of Muses. It allows you to see what you might look like should something have occurred, a scar, a different hairstyle, if you had not made a particular decision in your life, what you might look like. An estimation at guess into another life. This does require attunement, so I cannot demonstrate it for you.
Very well. Is this all of the mirrors at your disposal?
This is all that we have at this time, yes. Nine of them seem to fit your fancy.
No, unfortunately not. I don't suppose you've come across any others recently.
I'm sure we have had others, but we do have other markets that things go to. Tell me if you don't mind, is this a particularly interesting, more powerful mirror, the enchantment that you're searching for?
Not certain about enchantment-wise. Aesthetically, I would attempt to describe vaguely what I think the mirror looks like based on the crayon drawing.
Sure.
But I would want to try and describe it like it was more a preference of what a mirror looked like and not a description of a specific mirror that I was looking for.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you describe briefly. Hi, Pippin. This mirror, and he thinks to himself for a moment.
We have many a mirror that matches that general description. How important is this gift for you?
Very. If you had something of that sort, it would be very, very important.
Whenever things make the rotation through our markets, our central office, as it were, is in Yathalna. If you are looking for something very specific, if we don't have it, they can find it. I can certainly submit a request for you, but without more information, I can't exactly send a request to look for mirrors that match that. Hi. You're adorable.
What? Come here. Come here.
I can either send a request or you can visit yourself.
People are allowed to visit this central location.
Yes, there is a portion where potential clients can go to request things.
Where exactly in Yathalna?
In city name that I will give you at a later time. But he says it, I just don't.
That's very far from here?
So he would give us a location, a city, and a rough location in the city.
Yep.
Yathalna is far, right?
It is. It is across
the other side of it.
Mistlands.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it is the other of the two elvish kingdoms that are back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one
It
Mr.
is
Pigeon's
the
from?
one that what's his name just came back from, right? Benjamin.
No, that was across the sea.
I thought this was across the sea as well.
No, this one across the Mistlands, not across the sea.
This
The
is
other
to
direction.
the
Yeah, yeah,
west.
It's far. It's not like insanely far. It's essentially Greymore, or sorry, not Greymore. Fjordain, the Mistlands, and then there's the two elvish kingdoms. This is one of the two.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it would
Yep.
be like the trip from where we're at in Fjordain to the other side of Fjordain again beyond
Yes,
that
correct.
to this place.
Yes, and across the Mistlands, which is
Okay.
yeah,
Doable, but
yeah, somewhere that perhaps your journey will take you at some point, but
Sure.
not like a it would be several. It'd be like weeks to get there.
sure.
Probably like 2 weeks.
And he's saying they might have seen something like this,
Yes.
but not that it would be there.
Correct. Or if you are looking for something specific for them to obtain for you, they are the people to do it. If you're because you can't give him any more details other than a general description of what you might be looking for, he is kind of pointing out that if you want something, if you were looking for something specific, that you want to order something essentially
They
custom,
can hunt something down.
they will hunt
effectively.
something down for you, which matches what you guys know already about the Iron Crown. Is
Right.
that they search out items of this nature.
I'm gonna pull out my crayon drawing.
Yes, something like this.
Like this.
That is more helpful.
That's her gift idea.
Understood. Yes, all I can say is you can keep checking back. We do get things in roughly weekly, but if you are looking for something specific, as you said, we do have a large number of things here, but if it is not to your fancy, I am not sure that you may be searching for some time. You might be better off either purchasing something else or waiting on the gift until later, if your request is very specific.
I think you were set on the mirror, yes.
It has to be this.
All right. Then yes, I would visit in Yathalna and request an audience with them to hunt down a mirror such as this.
Very well. I appreciate you showing us the other items.
Of course, it is what we do.
While I'm here, I don't suppose you have any small animal figurines of any sort?
We have a few, yes. Are you looking for a specific animal?
No. If you have a couple, I would like to see them.
Of course.
He turns and claps his feet together and walks back to this back table. And he walks down to the end and picks up a box, like a wooden crate, and walks back and sets it in front of you on this leather thing. You can see that there is like a pile of various carved animal figures.
These are things that we have collected.
Do any of them do anything?
They are all non-magical.
Do you have any that are?
Not at this time.
Oh, Jesus.
What's he doing?
He's climbing and trying to go behind.
You need me to get him?
Yeah, I need help. Oh, boy. He's going to rip the wires out.
Pippin. No.
He's trying to go back there.
No.
Thank you.
Don't be naughty.
What sort of pricing on these non-magical figurines?
Gold for each.
I'm gonna pass him 10 gold.
Sure.
I'm just gonna
Grab 10.
grab 10 of them.
Sure, absolutely.
Much appreciated.
Yes, thank you again.
Of course. Is there anything else I can be of service of this evening for you all?
Do you have anything like the two mirrors but smaller?
We have sending stones, but those are not visual. Those are sound only.
How much are those? You gotta be good. No, you gotta be good though.
We have one set that costs 100 gold. There are 3 charges per day in these stones. They are malleable. They will fit any ear.
Mm. You said 100?
Yes.
I'll count out.
Mm-hmm.
100 gold.
Very good. Yeah, he scoops that off of the leather thing into a pouch kind of below this wooden table and pockets it, and I will just be a moment. And he turns and walks over to this table and picks up a small little wooden carved box and walks back over and sets it in front of you and flips it open. And inside of this red velvet lined box are two little like kind of
AirPods.
no, they're like AirPods basically. You might have to kick him out. Like little black shimmery stones.
Sorry, we have to remove Pippin because he is climbing into the Christmas items in the corner.
Like this?
Yes. Yeah, basically that.
We're getting AirPods, D&D AirPods right now.
Yes. Steal that one, wizards.
Oh,
They
Pippin. Yeah. He's so mad.
There's already the earrings of like whispering or whatever the hell those are. Those
Yeah.
are basically the same.
Yeah. You can just close that once he's out.
Sorry, chat. We have a cat.
Watching her like struggle to put him down.
We have so much stuff piled in
I
front of
know.
the door to keep the cats out.
Midna doesn't even care. She just wants to be in here, and then
Yeah.
she's just gonna sleep.
She's cool
Yeah.
now.
She loves it. Yeah, so he hands those over to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You can write it. There are actually 4 charges per day, not 3. If you want to write that down. Because sending stones traditionally cost like a shit ton, but I'm fine with limited ones.
So I do have a question about that. It's pretty technical, I guess.
Mhm.
So if it's 4 charges per day,
Mhm.
sending gives the person a response.
Correct.
So is that technically 8 between the two?
It would be 4
Yeah.
back and forth.
It would be 4 back and forth.
for
yes.
uses of the sending spell.
Correct. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be 8 total. Yes.
Right.
Each
Okay.
stone essentially has 4 per day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I can help any of you with?
I think that will be all for me. That was quite helpful, actually.
Of course. I do wish you luck in finding your mirror.
Thank you.
Of course. Good day.
You as well.
He just steps back slightly and waits for the next person to walk up. I'll also say on this box on the lid, you can see that there is carved in to the top a crown that has been inlaid with what looks like iron.
I just want to ask him one quick question.
Sure.
Do you perchance have any rare spell scrolls or anything of that nature?
Do you have any spells in particular that you're looking for?
No, just ones that are harder to come by.
Out of game, are there any spells you're looking for?
No, nothing in particular.
Okay.
Not at the moment, anyway.
Sure. Let me take a look inside of a book.
Reading Rainbow?
Reading Rainbow, yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Now that the door's shut, she needs to get out.
We do have one spell in stock that is rather rare, yes. How familiar are you with dragons?
A little bit.
He turns and walks back to the pile and walks over to you and sets down a long wooden box with like metal, like bear claw tub feet that stick out and hold up this wooden box. You can see that it is inlaid with essentially carvings of scales where the outer layer of it is inlaid with gold, and there's a green gem atop this that he flips open, and inside is this scroll very well bound with a long like metal rod at its center bound with a leather cord.
This is the spell Dragon's Breath. It is a 2nd level spell, and it is not one that many magic users use.
It's a bonus action. You touch a willing creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. Choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison, and until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 3d6 damage of the chosen type on a failed save or half as much on successful. And you can upcast it and add a d6 for every level above 2nd. The duration is a minute, and it does take concentration.
Shit. Okay, that answers my question about
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also allow it if you were trying to use it and cast it yourself. If you were using it on self, I would remove the need for concentration if you were doing it that turn, because it's a bonus action. I would let you bonus action and then use the action to cast it and not hold it till the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not using it as concentration, essentially, I would allow that because that's fun.
If it wasn't concentration, it was very tempting because
Yeah.
I could just give it to everybody.
Bam, 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 bam.
It's very interesting. How much?
It is 100 gold.
Okay. Coin purse is a little bit light. Maybe I'll come back another day and pick it up.
Of course, I imagine it will still be here. It has been here for some time.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
He snaps it shut and latches it and then picks it up, turns and walks back over to the back, setting it down amongst these other items, and turns and walks back towards you all.
Is there anything else?
I was going to step off to the blade merchant nearby.
Of course.
Don't suppose if you know if they carry any magical blades of any sort.
I don't believe so, but I'm not sure.
Do you have any magical blades of any sort?
Not in stock at the moment. We do not specialize much in weaponry for common folk.
Understood.
Good luck with your search. We will be here
Thanks for your
should you
help.
need us.
Do I get anything out of his shifty gaze?
You can insight check.
Seven.
The most that you can get from that is not like disdain, but maybe just like he can tell that you guys are not like super high rollers bank wise.
I just bought these.
Yeah.
This
But-
doesn't know how many spells I bought. God damn it.
It's that's really all you can get out of it. It's not necessarily that you don't really get any sense that he knows what you're talking about or looking for. Just kind of a like, we'll be here if you need us.
Gonna go to the dagger merchant.
Sure.
Yeah, same. To the tiefling.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Give me a moment.
I'm gonna sit on Shay's shoulder.
Very good.
And Shimmer will sit on your other shoulder. Look like you just have a bunch of weird pets.
Uh-huh. 2 parrots.
Yeah, you walk over and you see a tiefling. I meant that. With a deep reddish colored skin, fairly small horns that are kind of wrapped back. They're not super like long or pointy. They just kind of wrap over the head a little bit. They don't extend further and like curve upwards. That has 2 gloves on his hands, a set of spectacles on the edge of his nose, and is dressed in like a brown leather, not like tanned leather, just kind of basic leather vest, beneath a fairly simple shirt, a belt, and a set of pants. And he walks forward.
Hello? Can I interest you in any weaponry today?
I was definitely hoping to browse. I was just over speaking with the Iron Crown, and they didn't seem to think you would have anything magical. Rather, you know how they can be.
Yes, I understand. I do not have many things that are magical. I hand make all of these weapons myself in my home within the city, and I bring them here to sell. The guards are not fairly happy with, selling weapons to commoners, as it were, but I believe in the necessity of arming the common folk should they need it. Ability to protect yourself.
Understood. What sorts of daggers do you have here?
Oh, we have, I make retracting blades, small things that you can conceal in the palm of your hand and flip them out. We have, obviously, larger ones behind, but those are not really very stealthy. They are for gardening and things of that nature.
The more subtlety, the better.
Yes, how small are you looking for? And where do you wish to conceal it?
Not so small that it's not dangerous.
Of course.
A sleeve, a palm,
Sure.
something like that.
Something without a hilt, easily concealed and manipulated?
Sure.
All right. Do you have a metal preference? I don't know if you're allergic to any metals or anything of that nature.
What sort of options?
Silver, gold.
The other colors.
The other colors. Silver, gold, brass, copper.
Shay, I'd recommend silver.
Yes, if you have something like that.
Of course, yes.
Give me a moment, and he reaches down and kind of like thumbs through a bunch of things below this table and pulls up and pulls out a small, pretty much what I described, the ones that you like lock in between your fingers to stab, that you can see is a half moon curved shape that extends forward and then has a small blade at the end of it that has a little like line carved through the center of the blade, where it comes to like 2 tips essentially.
Sure.
Like it's not carved out; it's carved in. So there's like like an inlay.
We have these that I make myself. They're easily concealed. You can conceal them in a palm, a pocket, your shoe, your boot, should you need it.
What do you ask for this sort of thing?
Uh, 3 gold pieces. Nothing extravagant. These are rather simple. I make them myself, as I said. But I do have costs.
Do you have 2 of these?
Absolutely, yes.
I would take 2 of them.
Of course.
He reaches down and pulls out a second one and sets them and slides them across the wooden table to you.
Pass him. 6 gold.
Thank you kindly. If I might ask you, looking for protection, I assume? Do you believe you're in danger of any kind, or just wishing to stay ahead of the curve?
There's always danger.
That is
Any reason
understandable.
you ask?
Just out of curiosity. Not
Yes, the normal dangers in a city.
Yes. Not a violent person by nature. I simply believe in the ability for people to protect themselves.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Do you have anything for me?
Yes, we might have something your size, I think. For children. Not that you are a child. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend. Just that you are small. It was a joke. We don't have... I don't sell blades.
I'm just gonna nod. I'm gonna try to, out of Dandelion's vision, just kind of nod
Yes, fun-sized. I didn't mean to imply that you were a child. I'm very sorry. Just an attempt at light humor. I don't actually sell blades to children.
Something small.
Sure. Color preference metal-wise? Silver, gold, brass, iron, copper.
The other colors.
The other colors?
I wouldn't recommend the other colors, Dandelion. Probably silver.
One of the other colors.
Shit.
Whatever you have. I don't know the difference.
All right.
He reaches down and pulls out a similar to Shay, but this one has a hilt to it. That is about essentially the length of your finger with a larger blade that kind of the blade swings down and flips into the thing itself. So he clicks something on the side and you see that the hilt extends out from this little square and the blade flips up. Push it again and flips back.
How big is it compared to me?
It fits about in the palm of your hand.
Oh, so it's like a little...
It's very small.
I was thinking something almost like sword size.
No. It is small. If you want something larger, this is just for you. You just push this and it flips out and extends. Did you want something larger? I'm sorry.
Maybe something a bit larger?
All right.
This is...
Not concealable then.
That's fine.
All right, sure. He reaches down and pulls out a normal-sized dagger that to you is slightly larger than a dagger for dandelion-sized. It's
like a short sword almost.
Yeah, it's essentially a short sword for dandelion being a foot tall, a little shorter than that. I have this. It's simple wooden carved with a an iron blade. Very simple.
It's made of iron.
Yes. The blade is, the hilt is wooden. But yes, I know.
Would Dandelion know?
I think you would have been. I think you would have been told that. Yeah. Is it not to your liking? I can.
Maybe not that metal.
All right. Silver will be a bit more expensive.
That's not this one.
All right, sure. And he goes back and pulls out another one that is wooden with a silver blade. This would be 5 gold pieces for the silver.
It feels nice and stabby.
Yes, that is generally how the daggers are, yes.
She'll give it a few swishes. And hand over 5 gold.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please be careful with them. Do you need something to sheath the weapon? Here, he pulls out a small leather, wrapping for it. On the house.
Thank you. I'll put it in. Does it have a strap on it or anything?
Yeah, just a thin, pull.
Put it over my shoulder.
Can I get any of you anything else?
I think I'm quite well armed now.
All right. Well, my name is Koros. If you need anything, please. I'm here every night. Should you need anything, I will be here.
Very good. Thank you.
I
yes.
just have a bit of a personal question for you.
Of course.
Do you know much about spell crafting or augmentation?
The people of my home are very familiar with that. The reason I left, actually, I am from the... One second. From the Amnon Empire. I was born there. It is the one of 2 of the Tiefling kingdoms that are constantly
at war, sort of. Bit of an uneasy situation between them. But that is why I left, and hence why I do the things that I do with trying to arm people. My family did craft spells, but they were killed, and I left at that point. Didn't want anything to do with the business. I swore I would not do magic. I am unfortunately cursed with its ability, but I don't use it.
Cursed?
Yes, I don't like magic. If I could give this gift to someone else and take it away from me, I would.
Magic is fun.
Magic is also very dangerous. I don't use it personally myself.
Sounds traumatic.
Yes.
We're very sorry for your loss, Chorus.
Thank you. It's an unfortunate time. It's been a great many years, but
not any easier to think about.
yes, the memory still stings.
We appreciate what you do here, and we appreciate your patronage.
Of course. Out of curiosity, why do you ask about spellcrafting? Does it interest you?
Yes, it does. Greatly.
A scholar.
Understood.
Better to wield something as dangerous as magic when one is learned.
Yes, that is true. If you are a learned man, as you say,
Just a moment. He walks over to his bag and flips open a leather backpack and pulls out a small notebook and runs it over to you and hands it to you.
There is information in here about spellcrafting. Not necessarily how to do it, but a bit of its history. Some of the things that have been made, things that I wrote down when I was there. This is my personal journal. I couldn't bring myself to burn it. I carry it around just to feel the weight. But a scholar such as yourself, I think it would be in better hands than you, lest it be found by someone else.
I can't just take this. Do you want... How much do you want for it?
Please. You will be doing me a favor. I have been trying to get rid of this for the better part of 15 years.
All right, I'll take it.
Not many scholarly wizards visit my shop.
As I take it, I'll take out 5 gold out of my pouch and put it on his bench for your trouble.
He reaches down and pulls out a wooden dagger similar to Dandelion's with a silver blade and slides it across to you.
And for yours.
I have no need for that.
Fair enough.
Puts it back.
Thank you.
Of course. Please, be careful with it and burn it when you're done with it. That knowledge is... It's dangerous.
Understood.
Anyway.
Did either of you need anything else from Goros?
I don't think so.
No, I got plenty. Thank you.
Of course.
I think we will take our leave then. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Sorry for...
No problem. If you need anything, as I said, I will be here. Either here or... if you need me during the daytime, I usually head to the tower and look out across the land.
Very well.
Good luck with whatever it is you're doing. And I hope you stay safe.
You as well. Until next time.
Thank you.
Take my leave.
Yep.
I'd browse whatever else was here, but I don't have anything else that I'm hunting for.
Sure.
And if there's nothing that catches my eye, I mean, I would let you guys know that I'm good to carry on back to Sleepy Marcus whenever.
Yeah.
There's no
There was
other.
nothing I had and was looking for in particular.
Okay.
Very
There's
good.
no other like
Yeah,
flashy
not-
shops or anything that we notice.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like random stuff. There's nothing that it kind of inherently like sticks out to you. What is something that Dandelion would like eye catch, see, and be like drawn towards?
If there's anyone selling like exotic fish,
Sure.
like
Like as pets or food.
probably pets, and, like
Sure.
the tanks with like the glowing.
Yeah, I'll tell you that in the other corners, you guys are walking back to leave. You can see that along the wall
Like a lizard.
to the right, you can see that there is some sort of an exotic pet shop. There is a let me see what. Give me a second. What type of character might be here? It's for sure a gnome. Never mind. It's absolutely a gnome.
I was gonna say.
Heimerdinger is here.
Caption said dinner is here.
Well, dinner is here.
His name is Dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see that there is an exotic pet shop, kind of lit with a like purplish blue light, similar to like the inside of like a heat lamp type of thing. You see a small gnomish man just kind of like rushing back and forth, tending to all of these animals.
Jay, look at those.
What exactly am I looking at?
The fish.
Oh, those are
I'm gonna zoom over to the fish.
lovely. I'll follow.
Very good. Yeah, so you walk over and you see that this gnomish man's like standing on tiptoes, dumping some flakes into a fish tank and humming to himself, and he turns and sees. Oh goodness! Apologies, you startled me.
She does that.
Can I help you with anything?
Straight up Heimerdinger.
My friend here wanted to look at the fish.
Oh, well, we do have many fish, lizards, snakes, other things.
Fish lizards?
Fish lizards, yes.
What's a fish lizard?
Fish with legs.
Is that not
I
just
take it back.
It's a frog.
It's like an axolotl.
It's a frog.
It's a frog.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul, all he has is an apron on. Impossible to tell.
Oh no!
Dandelion, is there like a beta fish looking thing anywhere?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that it's... I'll let you describe the color so I don't describe some horrifying...
This is not my beta fish. I just
Human
Okay.
skin.
You can describe it however you want.
Yeah, so you can see that it is a like an opalescent white beta fish with a thin like sapphire stripe along that kind of expands out into the tail.
I'll fly up to the tank and stare at it. Does it get all?
Yeah, you can see it like floats towards you and just like puffs its gills out as its fins go out and kind of float along the side.
I want to have a staring contest with this fish.
Yeah. He like runs over with a little clipboard. Oh, please don't. He just puts it right between the two of you. He doesn't like that.
He seemed like he liked it.
No, if you stare at them, they get rather angry. Shortens their lifespan. I don't know if that's true.
It's not true.
Okay.
You're actually, it's good for them to stretch their gills out.
He likes this. But not for too long, please.
What's this one called?
Mortimer, he's been with me a long time.
How long is a long time?
Oh, about a week.
Long for the fish.
Yes, they're very popular. So,
Why is
holiday
he
gifts and things of that nature. Pets for family.
Why has he been here so long?
I don't know. We
Is it
sold a
because
bunch
he's
of
so-
other ones.
Is it because he's so angry?
Possibly. We do have a range of angry to non-angry fish. He's a bit on the angrier side. Bit grumpy. Would you like to buy him?
How much is he?
He's 5 gold and 5 gold for food.
Does he
See-
come-
Come with the tag.
Yes, it cases him in a magical orb that goes with you. It's bigger for him, but smaller for you to carry around.
Paul?
Do you want a fish, sir?
No, I'm just intrigued by this orb idea.
Oh, all right.
I'm already sliding 10 gold over to him.
Oh. I'm so happy you'll take him home. And he reaches out and he takes the tank that he's in and he scoops him out. And he walks over and pulls out a glowing, like, Pokeball-looking orb and dumps Mortimer in gingerly and snaps it shut and then runs his finger along the side of it. You see, like, a blue light flash. And this orb is now sealed. And you can see that there's a small spot on the top that looks like it's kind of carved in. If you need to feed him, just tap the top and it will open for you, but otherwise he will stay safely inside. If you don't see him, you just have to call his name and he'll come into view. As I said, it is much larger for him than it is this orb.
It's a very cool orb.
Yes, it's like a pocket dimension of sorts. Here you are. Mortimer, for you.
How big is it compared to... Is it like...
For you,
Yeah, isn't it,
it's
like,
it's
really
yeah,
big for
For
Dandelion?
you, it's like the Christmas balls that we have outside on the tree. In reality, it's the size of a regular Christmas ornament.
So it's like this big, but to dandelion.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's like a little sachet of food.
Do you have any of these orbs that are bigger?
No, they are all that size. We only have ones for the beta fish to carry around.
I'm just gonna mentally decide if I think Dandelion could fit in this.
No, it is definitely too small for dandelion.
That would be pretty cool.
Be dope.
So just to be clear, if I were to put that orb into my bag of holding, does Rin know what would happen?
No.
Oh no.
Okay.
Hey, Ren, hold this.
Would I be suspicious? Would I be like, it's probably fine? I would think that
I think that you would think that it was fine because he probably would have said something. It's like a pocket dimension. It is not a pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension adjacent.
Yes.
It's adjacent to a pocket
Yeah.
dimension.
He seems pretty
it's
knowledgeable.
superior to a pocket dimension then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
It only holds fish.
It only holds a very small fish, but it only so holds a very small fish. The opening's tiny, but yeah, it's like that. And he looks pretty sciencey. He probably would have told you like, don't put it in your bag of holding, or it's gonna explode and he's gonna become like giant or something.
So if we cast Reduce on Dandelion, would she fit in the orb?
I mean, she'd probably drown.
Can we get the water out of the orb?
Here's...
The water doesn't come out.
Can you get the water out?
No.
Is it glass or is it like squidgy?
Sounds like
It's
We can
it's like a
cast
bubble.
shape water and then
kinda
chisel the
squidgy.
ice away and put dandelion.
Kinda
we
squidgy.
can put a cap
Yeah,
of
kinda
water
squishy.
breathing on her,
Yeah.
then reduce
Yes.
her and put her in the orb.
with the candle that we have, so that way it's not dark.
Perfect.
Reduce does only last a minute.
But when you grow, you would not break the orb. You would just fill the space
I would just be stuck in an orb.
with a cap of water breathing.
Can I help you with anything else?
No, that's quite enough, thank you.
Do you have any hacks
Does
for
the
Shimmer?
water need to be changed?
No, it is magical in nature. It stays clean.
That is a good point. Do you have any shimmer-sized hats?
This is Shimmer.
Oh, yes. What style of hat?
Cowboy.
Yes. He walks over to the little shop and pulls off a little shimmer-sized cowboy hat and hands it to you. There you are.
Does it have a strap?
Yeah, absolutely it does.
That's great.
How much is the...
1 gold, dear. Thank you.
Can't wait for the drawing of Yeehaw Shimmer.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
You've done quite enough, thank you.
Of course. Well,
Yes,
let's-
thank you very much, my boy.
what is your name?
You're it's dinner plate.
What?
First
sorry?
name dinner, last name plate.
How I expect it to be spelled.
DINNER PLATTE.
Oh.
Oh, it's plate, not plate. Okay.
Yes.
How does one come by such a name?
The family name?
Dinner.
Oh, no. My grandfather was named Dinner, and his father was named Diner.
And his father.
Din.
And.
That's as far back as it goes.
What did your grandfather do by chance?
He was a hunter.
Did he hunt exotic animals?
Yes. That's why I protect them.
Gotcha.
Didn't want to be in the family business.
Understood.
Yeah, there's a lot of that around here, apparently.
Yes. Well, my boy, have a wonderful evening.
You as well.
Thank you.
You too.
You're welcome. And he walked off. Yeah, and you guys head back towards the tavern to join a sleepy Marcus. And if you guys can switch, I will call Marcus in for his scene. That will, after he's done, that'll pretty much be it. So, Paul, you're welcome to wait and then just come back to say goodbye at the end. But if you would like to go to sleep or relax, that's also totally fine.
Shoot me a text.
Okay, when you get back.
I'll stay on.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'll shoot you a text. Thank you, Lena. I do my best, yeah. Gotta come up with some high quality stuff. Thank you, CMS.
Hello. Welcome back. I'm the librarian. I eat books.
Come to rent something. Perhaps a soul.
No!
Ugh.
Come to die. The boy who lived. Come.
Yeah, so back in the tavern, it is just you and Captain Emmerich.
Very good.
Everybody else has cleared out at this point. You successfully wash up in this this large like basin in the back corner, full of pretty cold water.
Yeah. They don't have heating.
Yeah, they don't have heating. But it's refreshing, not like icicle cold, but like
Yeah, like a slightly chilled room temperature where it's not like hot. It's not
kind of like
uncomfortable.
the sensation of when you go from a jacuzzi to a pool where it's that like
Sure.
really refreshing like icy blast before it settles into like a comfort level. And yeah, Captain Emmerich is just kind of sitting outside of your room in a chair, essentially.
Yeah,
just
like a
waiting
hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, towel off, walk over, just kind of like throw the towel over my shoulder and just, take a couple steps in his directions and pause before I step into my room itself and just, look, not down at him, but like look down at him in recognition. Like, I do genuinely appreciate you never having given up, even when I was close to doing so myself.
I don't have the luxury of giving up, unfortunately. It's not that I never wanted to give up on you, but there are other times that I've wanted to give up.
I think we all encounter moments like that in our lives, but it is when we are at our weakest that we must rely on the strengths of our friends and companions.
Yes. That is why I pay Benjamin so much mind. He is something to work towards in all of this darkness, at least at the time.
Yes, I'm sure that he, like most men who have undergone many desperate moments, perilous moments, simply attempts to find comfort in the quiet silliness of not permitting yourself to give in to overwhelming, complicated thoughts. That there is peace in that.
There's a simplicity to it that, not that you don't care or want to make changes, but the understanding that sometimes at the time there is nothing that you can do, and the best thing you can do for yourself is to not think on it.
Yes. Tomorrow's actions are not the thoughts of today.
Yes, precisely. There is always time for pensive thought and action, but there must also be time to rest your mind along with your body.
Yes.
That is not an easy thing to do when your city burns.
I know all too well. Thank you for all that you have done, and all that I know you will continue to do for us. And I hope that Fjordain repays to the good men such as you who seek to reclaim this city from the grasp of corruption. You might not have a parade, sir, but you are at the heart of this city's salvation.
I don't need a parade, but I would like to see the dawn.
As would I. As would I.
You know, you are doing a great thing here. I know that it is in your nature being your father's boy, but you are saving a great many people by following in his footsteps and being the man that you are. With all of the tragedy and things that have happened in your lifetime, I would understand if you had not turned out the way that you are. But despite all of it, you choose to be like him, or you are like him. It is instilled in you, and your actions make you more and more like him every day.
My father's fervor and my mother's prudence.
I know that both of them would be very proud to see what you have accomplished thus far and what you choose to accomplish going forward. And I know that if there is some beyond, that they are watching down proudly on you, and every dawn that rises, a glimmer of that light comes from them.
Thank you, Emmerich. Thank you.
Of course. Your father was a very good man.
Yes, he was. And I am glad that I have, at least so far, been capable of spurring sufficient change to be deserving of the name Marcus Shaw. And I will, no matter how beaten or broken, survive the dusk again.
I know that you can, and I hope that when this is done, that the name Marcus Shaw means what it used to mean in this city before, that the people remember the truth and the things that your fathers did, and not this lie, this story that has been spun.
A name to inspire confidence and hope, trust, and loyalty.
Yes. And I promise that should that not happen, even if we do succeed, if this generation of people is too blind and stupid to accept the reality, I will not let his name nor yours be forgotten amongst the ranks of these soldiers, and I will make sure that your father's name and your name is redeemed in the next generation, when all of these older people have forgotten or moved on.
Thank you.
I won't be here to see it, but I know it will happen, and I will ensure that it does.
I cannot find sufficient words to state the gratitude that I have for you and all that you have done for me, for my friends, and for the people of Fjordan.
Your father would have done the same. It is what a good man does.
Yes. You're a good man, Emmerich.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I would, in a very soldierly, recognizable way, place, arm on shoulder and permit him to do the same to me. I think, had things for my father gone better, had I been raised in a kingdom such as this, I would have been quite fortunate to have been raised by two good knights of this kingdom. And I would have been proud to have considered you a member of my family from birth, but I am grateful to be able to consider you so now.
As do I.
Yeah. I would, pull my hand back from his shoulder and, slowly kind of lean my head back and look up at the ceiling and sigh, and I will see you in the morning.
Of course. Why don't I bring you a drink, and one for myself, and I'll tell you some stories.
It would be greatly appreciated. All of my father's tales were, well, sullied by the fact that he wasn't the best storyteller.
He was never the best at that, but you did for sure get all of the facts. No embellishments.
Yes. Strange to think of how much he accomplished in only a few short decades of service, but I always knew he spoke the truth, no matter how tall the tale seemed.
That was him.
Yes. A good man.
Truly a
Shit
good man.
storyteller.
Horrible.
Open the door and I'll step inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he goes and gets the drinks and brings them down.
Mm-hmm.
And sits in with you, and you talk about stories of your father for the next few hours.
Yeah.
Before you kind of just fall asleep with a sense of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And almost relief that there are still people in this city that know the man that your father was. And hearing these stories just further cements in your mind that picture of him that you know, so that it does not fade.
Yeah, that chivalry and honor is not dead.
Yes.
And that even though he died, those memories will live on with me and become a thing that I can embody and carry out to the best of my ability.
Yes.
Yeah. I would thank Captain Emmerich and enjoy my sleep and get rid of this exhaustion.
Very good. Summon Paul back too. Text him.
You're back.
Just gotta wait on Paul. There he is.
Our young master.
Hola, hola.
Welcome back. Friends, thank you very much for watching this evening. I really appreciate you guys being here. Our schedule for the end of the year is we will be live next Tuesday for Oshwamp. And then I believe the 19th, Sunday the 19th. I don't know full details yet, what time or anything, but we're going to try to do a holiday one-shot. I will post in Discord the details of that. John is going to be DMing some monstrous thing, so that's,
spooky Christmas.
Scary Christmas.
This year.
So anybody that wants to hang out for that, I'll post more details when we further discuss it and know what that is. But yeah, this is the last Adoris episode of the season. We have people traveling, leaving this weekend, so unfortunately we will not be able to play again next week. But we will have an episode of Oshwamp on Tuesday, and then that one shot, and then we will be back, I believe, Monday, January 3rd with Oshwamp, and the 7th of January with Adoris. Siren, thank you again for the sub, and Volpix, genuinely thank you so much for the $100 donation funding us for the month. Really, really appreciate it. It helps genuinely keep us going and pay for these things that we do have to pay for to make this happen. So thank you. Yes.
Do you want to clarify with January the 3rd being a different day for...
Right, yes. I believe January the 3rd, it is a Monday. I believe that's the point when we are going to switch to Mondays going forward. But it might be the 4th. But in the future, at some point soon, we will be switching to Monday for Oshwamp instead of Tuesday. But I will also post that in Discord. Thank you for pointing that out. I will let everybody know when we fully figure that out. But yeah, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you being here immensely, and we will see you on Tuesday for the final episode of Oshwamp of the holiday season. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.